Hi, my name's Reese from the Eastern Suburbs School of Music. Today teaching you the guitar solo out of the Kiss song Tomorrow off the Unmasked album. It sounds like this. So let's break that down section by section. Of note for this song, it is in standard tuning. Many of the songs off the Unmasked album are in standard tuning. Kiss were normally in flat tuning, so standard tuning being E, A, D, G, B, and E. We start up at 12th fret. This is taking place in the E major area. The 12th fret has got double dots usually on most electric guitars, and we get these Chuck Berry licks to open up phrase 1. So what I'm doing here is bending at 14th fret of the 3rd string. If you haven't done string bends before, just click the little video tab that's appearing above me now. It'll take you to my lesson on how to properly do string bends. We've got the bend at 14, and then first finger will be covering strings 1 and 2. So the first one, he's bending that 14 and then playing them together. Doing it again, but playing the bend quite choppily. Very much from the Chuck Berry style of lead guitar playing, that and is using that in the phrase. I don't think it's Ace Frehley doing this solo, but it's been someone who's been told to play a bit like Ace Frehley. Might have been Bob Kulick doing this one. Is part 1, so I'll go over that again. Next, takes the same lick, but plays the notes individually. So we've got the bend, and then 12 at 2nd string, 12 at 1st string, separating them this time instead of strumming them. So number 1 was bend together. Number 2, that same second half though, where we chop the bend off quickly and snappily play the 2 notes at 12th fret of string 2 and string 1. Part 2. Part 3 now, he bends and returns and then snaps. So I'm hitting all 3 strings at once. That's the 14th fret bend and string 1 and 2 that's covering at 12th fret. And we're pushing that bend up and down. So bending and releasing, we call that. And that finishes out phrase 1. 3 bits to it. Let me go through them again. So bend together, short, snap. Part 2, separate, short, snap. 3, bend and release, snap. And take some time now, just pause this video learning this first phrase of the Tomorrow solo. Part 2, and we start to get groupings of notes being played together. I'm going to be playing a lot of 2nd and 3rd string at 12th fret and using my first finger for that. And then using 3rd finger to cover 14th fret. And that's part 2, phrase 2. So let me try and call this out. To start off with, I'll call it by fret numbers: 12, 12, 14, 12. And then add to that another 14, 12. 12, 14, 12. You'll then bend or pull 14 down. Couple of ways you could do this. If you're doing it just all with third finger, I recommend you pull downwards. Or you could set up third and pinky, which will give you a little bit more control to bend up and return down. I honestly probably just use my third finger and just do it flat. So I'm pulling it down to bend it and then returning it to pitch. This is taking place at 14th fret, 2nd and 3rd strings. 14 by itself, 12, and then 14 single note on the 4th string. 12s, then 14 on the 4th string to finish all of the phrase. So it's very much all this, just making sure you're not trying to get too confused, and it does get a bit confusing with me calling out so many numbers. Just try and get your fingers on it and start playing it. 12, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, bend, 14, 12, single note on 4th string 14, back to the 12s, single note 14. Let me play that a couple of times. So a couple of variations you could do on the end there, but as long as you're capturing the feel of the part and the timing of the phrase as well. Before we move into phrase 3. Phrase number 3, and we're doing more of these 2-note chords. They're known as double stops in lead guitar talk. So what I've got now is a chord shape that I need to make with 3rd finger and 2nd finger. 16th fret of the 3rd string, 15th fret of the 2nd string. And sliding into that. If you haven't done slides before, once again, there's a little tab's going to appear above me. Click that video. It'll take you to my lesson on how to do slides properly. So that was 16 on 3rd, 15 on 2nd. We're going to flatten out 1st finger to cover 14 on string 2 and string 3. And then move it back to 12th fret on string 2 and 3 once again. It'll then go 14 and 12 adding to that phrase. So 15, 16 twice. All these are twice actually. 1, 2, 14s, 1, 2, 12s, 1, 2. Once 14, once 12. Once again, bending. Very much like what we did in phrase 2. Bend and return, 12, single note 14, 12s, and you can go back to 14 on 4th string to finish out the phrase as well. And that completes phrase number 3. Once again, pause the video, just take your time through it. Get the positions of those chords right, listen to the track a lot, and I'll play it one more time slowly. it starts going into phrase number 4. Phrase number 3 of the Tomorrow solo, and we've got some pull-offs. This is all taking place on second string, part 1, fret 5, 4, then the open string. And we repeat that 4 times, so it's 5, 4, open, 5, 4, open. If you haven't done pull-offs before, please click the video tab that's appearing above me. That'll take you to my lesson on how to do that particular technique correctly. You really need to flick off the string to maintain an evenness of volume too. You could either pick it or just do strictly pull-offs and hammer-ons. The difference. Some distortion will also help you level off the volume there as well. So that first part was 5, 4, 0, and you do that 4 times. We then go to 7th fret and 5th fret, and we'll do that 4 times. So 5 and 4, 4 times. 7 and 5, 4 times. Then moving up to 9 and 7, same idea, 4 times. Last one, 10 and 9. So that was 5 and 4, 7 and 5, 9 and 7, 10 and 9. And then finishing with 14th fret of second string, 12th fret of second string. All this section is harmonized as well, so I'm just purely showing you what the main lead part would be in this case. And certainly a bit of distortion will help you out, as you heard me doing the performance at the start of this video. So that's all it takes to complete the solo of Tomorrow. Good luck learning this solo. If you have learnt something, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel, the Eastern Suburbs School of Music here on YouTube. We have got a lot of Kiss lead guitar videos for you to learn from. And also, if you've got a question about this solo or a comment, just leave it in the comments area and I'll answer that as soon as possible. Good luck learning the solo out of Tomorrow by Kiss.